Hey everybody, I'm Blaine. I'm with my man Brooks. Welcome to the 12th Man Podcast. Last week was a little bit of a hiatus. Brooks was out having fun in Rome. He'll tell you guys about that later on in today's episode. But to start things off today, I think there's only one thing to talk about. Well, there's actually three or maybe two and a half. So over the weekend, the European Championship, the Euros started. Also over the weekend, the Copa America started. Let's go Brazil. Let's go. And then since we last recorded, there was a new tournament in North America sponsored by CONCACAF. Brooks, I don't know if you paid attention to this or not because I think you were actually gone or you were flying out when it went on. But there was like the CONCACAF Nations League. It was like a competition. Basically, it was the U.S. versus Mexico.
Was that all the tournament was?
No, it was.
Okay.
There was a few other. There's like the U.S. only played 2 games. Like they entered the tournament like during the semifinal, and I think Mexico played 3.
Okay.
I don't understand the format. It was the inaugural game or the inaugural tournament, but U.S. beat Mexico 3-1, and now everyone thinks that America's going to win the World Cup next year. So you got to deal with that nonsense. I mean. Like, did you watch the game at all, or probably not? Okay.
No, but I did hear that Pulisic scored the penalty or something.
Yeah. Christian got the winning penalty, and he ran over to the corner and was taunting the fans. And I think Gio Reyna got hit in the head with a water bottle or something. I mean, that part was bad, but I mean, the way they were carrying on, you would have thought. I mean, Christian Pulisic just won a Champions League. The way he was carrying on, you would have thought he just won the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, that Champions League has got to be a way bigger deal than whatever this was.
Yeah, but I mean, he was flexing. Like, the whole team was flexing. I was like, you guys relax. There's still a Gold Cup this summer.
So that wasn't it?
This was just like some hokey-pokey tournament before the real tournament. Zero significance. Like, I had never heard of it. I don't think anyone knew it was happening until it happened, and I was just like, it's an opportunity to watch the young U.S. stars,
yeah.
But I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I just thought it was a little bit funny how, like, they were celebrating like they just won, like, the end-all, be-all of, like, world football competitions, when in reality it was, like, a North American competition between our neighbors to the south. And, I mean, I think they played more games than we did, so it was, like, almost a meaningless tournament. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's always big to beat Mexico. Like, Mexico's always really tough, but I did not pay attention. I caught it in passing. I think Bleacher Report put a picture up and it was like Christian Pulisic scored a game-winning goal. I'm like, yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, that's basically all it was. So yeah, but on to the bigger tournaments.
Yeah, the real tournaments.
The real tournaments. One over here, one over there. Where do you want to start? You want to start with the European, or you want to start with the Copa?
Sure. That one goes on earlier in the morning anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You get the early morning, dude. It's kind of the perfect combination. This is really the best month of the year. Like, you get games from I guess over here West Coast, like games from 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then all the way up until right after 6 o'clock. I think there's one more Copa game going on right now.
Yeah,
we're about to start up in about a half hour probably.
Yeah.
So it's literally. Is it Paraguay versus Uruguay?
I don't know. I forget who, Bolivia or something. I forget who they're playing.
Okay, I got the schedule right here. I don't know why I'm not looking.
But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have that. 9 a.m. start time for us out here on the East Coast. Starts the first game at 9 a.m. and it goes till what time is it now? 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's all day. And it's usually I'm super bummed when the summer comes because club soccer is over. But whenever there's a World Cup qualifying, summer, or obviously a Copa or the Euros, that makes it so much better. Dude. It's so awesome.
Well, bro, that's the thing. This year, we get World Cup qualifiers, we get the Euros, we get the Copa, and then after the tournaments, we get more World Cup qualifiers up until spring 2022.
Yeah.
So
it's so good, and all of the transfer rumors. So.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even scheduled time for us to talk about the transfer rumors. Let's see if we get time for that today. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, so let's start with the European Championship then. First off, who are you backing to win the tournament? What's your predictions from the jump?
For me, it has to be France. They're just so good still. So, I think we talked about them a couple weeks ago about how good they are and how their bench alone is just like unreal. So I feel like France is the best team in the world still. Especially in Europe too. But they have such a deep starting 11. Such a strong starting 11, and then a super deep bench. So yeah, I feel like if France doesn't win it, I'll be surprised. But I do think that they are the best in Europe, and they should win it. What about you?
I think I'm also on record saying France, but I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going with one or two teams. Okay, actually, I'm just going to say it. It's going to be Belgium. I'm putting my money on Belgium this season. Or this tournament.
You without KDB?
He's in the camp, man. I think maybe after the group stage, he might be able to get involved.
Okay.
Yeah. Give him some steroids, play through the pain,
Numb
do it
him
for
up.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah, numb him up, put some spray him with something like number. Yeah, man, I don't know. France still hasn't played. Do they play tomorrow or do they not play till Wednesday?
Finally, they play tomorrow.
Okay. So yeah, we haven't seen France. We've seen France warming up and they look good.
Yeah.
And we know about the addition that they got with Karim Benzema, which, that's unfair based off of the winning the World Cup without him. But I think Belgium, this is like France, if they don't win the Euros, just like they didn't win the last Euros, they always have the World Cup to look forward to. And with the squad that deep, they're not worried about much in a bigger tournament. But in the Euros, I feel like Belgium knows this is their last opportunity at something. And I feel like Lukaku's in the form of his life. KDB just came off of getting Premier League. No, he didn't get Premier League. I think he got PFA Player of the Year.
2 years in a row. Or
and it was 2 years in a row. Yeah, so he got an individual award. Bunch of other guys in the squad. I won't go through every person in the squad. All I'm saying is France will probably win, but I'm backing Belgium, and I hope they can figure it out for their sake, because a lot of those guys are at the end of their careers after this one.
Yeah, Belgium's been super good for, I want to say since they've been good a long time, but really, really, really started to notice them in 2014 World Cup.
Yeah.
And so all those guys are mostly still there.
Yeah.
I think Eden Hazard was winning PFA Young Player of the Year back to back during that time. But I don't know. Yeah, they're kind of I feel like you're right. That their time has come. It's either now or never, because they are kind of at the higher end of the age spectrum, especially when you compare them to France. And everyone that's even the U21 French team. That France team is so good, and I feel like they'll be good for so long because of how young that good the group of kids are. So I think that France. Belgium is super good. They have a really good core too. I just feel maybe, depending on the draw or whatever, they could totally win it, but I still think a one-on-one France would beat them. England looked like England. They looked, should have won bigger, but they did win. Raheem Sterling came through. So they have a pretty young squad too. I guess that's one of the youngest teams they've taken. A lot of these European teams are taking pretty young squads to the tournament, which I like.
Yeah. Same, yeah. The England squad is young, man. This is how I feel about England, though. Like I said, I'll always rep England, country of birth, home country. But I feel like every major tournament, they're this is the golden generation. Mm-hmm. Every tournament. It's when John Terry and Frank Lampard and Stevie G were playing, Rooney, Owen, they're this is the golden generation. Then it didn't work out. Then they roll around to they got Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling when he was younger, other guys Henderson, and Lampard was still in the squad, Ashley Cole. Okay, this is the golden generation. They're going to bring it home. And I feel like they drop the ball every time. And I don't want to talk bad about the coach, Gareth Southgate, but I feel like sometimes, I love Raheem Sterling, but I don't know. This time it worked. That was his first time scoring in a major tournament. And it happened to work, which that stat alone blows my mind that he hasn't scored in a major tournament. He's been playing since he was 12.
He's been playing for it. Yeah, you're right.
So it's I don't know. I just feel like they can never get it across the line. They choke and they always get Harry Kane scores a bundle of goals, but it's he'll score 5 goals against Slovenia. And then like he'll be absent for like the game against like, let's just say Belgium for reference.
Right.
But because they beat them. But for the consolation game, that means nothing. But anyway, I don't know. Like I think they'll go far and deep, but I don't think they'll make top 3. And I'd love for them to prove me wrong, but
yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's the same. If I hear like it's coming home one more tournament, I'll freak out. I like if they write one more song about it. Like if one of these, old English internationals that I follow on Instagram, like if they, I'm just overhearing that like it's not coming home like for a while. I don't know. I feel bad, but I would love them to do well, dude. That through ball to Raheem Sterling to kind of slice open the D. I mean, that was a really good. I think what is his name, Phillips from Leeds.
Yeah,
dude is amazing.
Yeah, Leeds United.
Dude, I've been watching him for like since they were in the championship, and I've always thought, man, like Calvin Phillips. I really hope that. Obviously, I want Arsenal to pick him up, but he's really amazing. That pass to Raheem Sterling was awesome. The finish was great because Raheem Sterling knew like he was probably gonna take a little hit. And he did. He stuck with it. It was a really great goal. Yeah, mind-boggling that he hasn't scored in a major tournament and that he started Champions League. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy that he scored. I don't know. England didn't really look great. Like you said it. Like where was Harry Kane even in that game?
He's vacant, dude. He was vacant. He was gone.
But he can come through in pretty big games in the Premier League. I feel like he always kind of shows up and scores against tough teams. I don't know.
Okay, so I'll say this last thing then. I was watching our the Poet and Vouge their podcast, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you watched their last one, but they were talking about the England team, and Poet was like, here's the problem with the English team. So like you look at like the French team, right? You look at a guy like Paul Pogba. You can't tell Paul Pogba he ain't French. He's running around with the flag wrapped around him. You know what I'm saying? He's dancing. Then you like look at or anyone on the team, like Mbappe. You can't tell him he ain't Parisian. He'll pull up with the baguette and the bottle of wine. Okay, it's like 21. Then you look at like Belgium or something. All those guys like there was like a Q&A once. They were asking like Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne. They're like, what city would you prefer, like Brussels or London? They both said Brussels. Like these guys, like they love Belgium. Then you look at the British squad. You look at Raheem Sterling. He wants to go to Jamaica and hang out, right?
Yeah.
You look at like Declan Rice, a few other guys, like they're Irish. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like a lot of these guys, like they don't feel like that pride for England. So like this is what Poets was saying. He was like they just won't play as hard for the country because it's like there's not like a sense of like pride and like belonging. They're just like, I live here, I get paid in pounds, and I'm playing for 3 Lions. But like when there's like that, like I don't want to say patriotism, but like something like it's like when you put on the French when Antoine Griezmann puts on the French jersey, he like goes up +5.
Yeah, he does.
He goes from like an 89 to a 94 in FIFA. But it's like the English players, like there's no real jump. Maybe Phil Foden got a jump, but everyone else is just kind of like, like we're here, we're going to do what we do, but they don't get like a stat boost because they're playing for their country.
Yeah, I mean, that's
something to think about.
Yeah, I just feel like there's always something like that. And I was listening to, it may have been Poet and Vouge a while ago with Frank Lampard, like as he was coming on as the Chelsea coach, maybe the year before that. And their thing then was like, like when, we were playing during my time, like it was, he played for Chelsea, Stevie G played for Liverpool, Beckham played for either Man U or Madrid, but like let's just say Man U for this argument. And he was like, we all played against such rival clubs that we hated the team, and we hated the fans, and we hated the club, but like, so he's like, it may have been really difficult for us to then come together at the international camp and like all of a sudden like love each other and like want to play for each other when we just spend 8 months out of the year hating each other. And like, I don't know, it's different. It's definitely a good point that he brings up, because like, I don't know, you feel like there's a lot of British pride, but at the same time it's like British slash whatever, what is Jamaican, or I don't know. I know that Sterling's Jamaican. But Jack Grealish came from, he played with the Irish squad, I think, in his U21 days, and then he switched over to to England too. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting though, because you look at Brazil, the jersey you're wearing, and I think we talked about that before, where it's like Brazil could be suffering from the pandemic worse than anyone in the world. Their economy sucks. They're getting beat up on the street by the cops. They're still gonna be like kissing the badge and loving where they're from. They have the most pride out of like. I feel like Argentines do too, but there's a little bit of like but we're like really European. But with Brazilian, it's like no, we're like Brazilian.
Brasileiro joga bonita, joga bonitíssima. Vamos.
Oh man.
Aí.
Politics.
Yeah, man, it's weird. It's something to think about. We'll get into the Brazilian situation a little bit later, but it is certainly something to think about. And I mean, whether or not it's at play or not, I mean, who knows? But yeah, it's certainly interesting. So from that, let's pop down to South America and talk about the Brazilian situation. So Copa America was initially slated to take place in Argentina.
Colombia, Argentina.
Yeah. What happened?
The pandemic. They were just like not. I guess the people, mostly the citizens of these countries were like, this is not good. We can't do this. We can't, bring this to our country when people are literally still dying by the hundreds of thousands. We can't get under control. We can't get any vaccines. Blah 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 blah. So they were like, all right, well, we'll move it to the worst country in the world currently, Brazil. And so I have nothing to say.
Yeah, so for the people at home, I don't remember when it happened, but whenever it happened, we were chatting. Like we were live chatting. We were like, hey man, like Argentina's not, and Colombia, they're not going to be able to do it. Like it'd be super dope if they brought it to America because like we somewhat got things under wraps now, mask off for the most part. Yeah. High vaccine percentages. And like I think we both were thinking the last place in the world that the Copa America is going to go to is Brazil. Literally like 5 minutes after we stopped talking, bloop, on the phone, Copa America will take place in Brazil. I was like, this is crazy.
I had a flight there and it was canceled. That's how bad Brazil is.
Like, don't come here. Like, hold it. There's an opportunity to make some money off of a national or a continental tournament. Yeah,
and possibly win
carpets. And get the home court advantage. Yeah, let's go. And the crazy thing is, like, the Brazilian players, like, they are in such a juxtaposition. They were like, obviously, we don't want to do this. Like, we don't want to jeopardize our health, our family's health, the staff's health. But at the same time, like, if there's a tournament, we gotta ride for the country. We gotta put on the shirt. So they're like, we don't want to do this, but we're gonna do it. And they've been doing it.
And they know it too. At home country, like, they're not gonna lose another, one on their home country. That's like on their home turf.
Bro, they're going back to back with the Copa. I hate to say it. They're going back. No disrespect to what you guys are doing over there, but they're going back to back. They look so strong in the World Cup qualifiers before. Yeah. I mean, their shots were off last night or whenever they played, but I mean, the way that game, dude, it could have been 10-0 if they were shooting straight.
Another defensive goal by Marquinhos. The King Marquinhos.
Did you see it though? Yeah, man.
He's the only thing that scored for PSG the last couple weeks, and here he is kicking it off for Brazil too.
Brings that form straight from Paris to Belo Horizonte or wherever they play.
He's so good. I'll say that about Brazil.
Yeah, dude. And he's only like, and he's young, dude. He's only like 24 or 25.
He's young. He's part of like one of the captains of PSG. Is he the captain of Brazil too?
He is. Casemiro was captain on their last game, dude. I feel like they have like a rotating captain thing going on. So I'm like, is Casemiro the captain? Sometimes.
Okay.
Thiago Silva, Neymar had it, then they took it. I don't know.
Yeah. Neymar. Yeah. But no, they look good. They definitely look good. I mean, obviously Neymar looked good. He had a goal.
Gabby Goal had a goal, man. They look, dude. I just love watching the Brazilian team, dude. Anyway, let's not turn this into the Brazilian podcast. I could talk about them forever. Let's talk about the rest of the games around the park. So today we had who do we have? Chile and Argentina.
Yeah. I can't figure out who I dislike more.
Brazil or Chile?
Yeah, so again, we played Chile like 2 weeks ago in a World Cup qualifier. Messi looked amazing today. He had that beautiful free kick, beat Claudio Bravo, didn't really have much of a chance, didn't get a fingertip on it. I just don't understand what they're doing. Like, they're starting Gonzalez on the left up front with Martinez, and it's like, this dude hasn't even played in over 3 months. And you have Agüero on the bench. You could start two up top. You could start Agüero and you could start Martinez. That would be amazing. I mean,
do like a 4-4-2.
Exactly. Like, they just didn't look. I don't know. They looked good. Like, they had a lot of great shots on goal. It was like 18-5, I think, were like the final stats. But Gonzalez had like 2 or 3 easy chances. Messi literally laid it up for him. He skied his header over the top. He had a couple easy missed chances. Martinez had a couple, but this Gonzalez kid, man, he was Higuain of 2014.
Heartbreaker. Well, dude, I thought the same thing. I thought so. You're suggesting maybe you just play like a 4-4-2. I thought also like you got a very usable Angel Di Maria just sitting there.
Till the 70s,
crisscross applesauce. Yeah. Like, who's their coach right now?
Scaloni, Luis. Yeah, he was like the U21 or like U17 guy, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, you're in. And he started winning a couple. They're like, yeah, we'll just keep you here for now. See how this goes. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting lineup, and it's always an interesting lineup. Like it's just so frustrating to see. Like, there's not even a Dybala in the squad, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean. It's like, I don't know. It's
not like Brazil where they can just drop a Coutinho, and be fine. Like, they definitely need. I don't know. They're aging too. Like, they have a couple good young talent. They have Tagliafico at the back is really good. Obviously, Martinez up top is really good.
Leo Paredes or Paredes.
Love that guy.
PSG
he's like
kid,
27, 28, but they pulled him too. Like, I don't know. It was a weird, kind of an interesting starting 11. Di Maria didn't come in till at the end. Agüero didn't come in till the end. They pulled off Martinez when they needed a goal. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. It doesn't look good. I will take that back. They were attacking that whole first half. And then the last like 30 minutes of the second half, like, they had so many chances. I think it was a really weird penalty. They're like, the dudes on TV were like, not a penalty. If it's me, it's not a penalty. And then he goes and reviews it, gives them the penalty.
That's that Brazilian pressure.
Vidal had already cleared it wide, and then Tagliafico comes in, but they're like, yeah, we'll just give him the penalty. But that was a great save by Martinez.
Yeah.
Got a strong hand to it. Put it off the post.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Brazil's winning this, though. I don't think there's really much of a question about it.
Yeah, I mean, unless something goes horribly wrong. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, dude. We'll see. Like, I'm like, yeah, but they're gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't know, even if, let's say, Neymar gets hurt, like, he, unfortunately, I'm not happy this happened, but this, what happened in the World Cup. That he's still
backbreaker.
But they just, like, in the Copa America, they don't need him to win it. I feel like they're so strong without him that if he's out, I just think that, being in Brazil too, they're fine.
Yeah, I have no doubts. I mean, I'm not putting my house up on it, but if there wasn't like the risk of that ruining my life completely, I would say it's a sure thing.
It's a sure thing. I just wish that at the very least that it would be here so we could watch some of it in person.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That would be dope, dude. Well, yeah. Let me say one thing else. Let me ask you two things. So I was looking at Nico Otamendi. Where does he play now?
He went back to Valencia, or one of those Spanish. I forget which, Valencia or one of those Spanish teams.
Okay, so he's still playing at a high level, dude. That's like, it's just weird that it's like you think Argentina's such a strong presence, but I'm looking at their back line. There's only one player that I would rate. There's only one player that I would rate in that back. I don't know.
Who is it?
I'm not. Tagliafico?
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't even know who I don't even know who their right back is, and I don't know who Martinez Quarta? I don't know.
The thing that I have a problem with is that they have so many talented players playing in Europe, and they did it a little bit better with this tournament, but they still bring so many people playing in South America. I'm like, dude, like, yeah, they're good for South America, but like, you got to bring in these guys that have done it in Europe, even in like Europa League. Like they were playing Franco Armani in goal until literally a few months ago when they finally put Emi Martinez in, who had been a really incredible backup at Arsenal, but he's a really great goalkeeper. And I think that he's finally like showing them that they were missing out the whole time by not playing him. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't know how that wasn't apparent to him. Like watching the Premier League every weekend, he's making those kinds of saves week in and week out.
He's great
without breaking a sweat.
Right, and he's a big dude too, and he can move, he can get up, he can put a really strong hand to these, like especially the penalty kicks. He's really good between and even like
dude, that pin too. He got it. He got the pin.
He got it. Yeah, strong hand. Left hand, put it up off the post. Unfortunately, that just came to the wrong person. It was a perfect bounce. Yeah, to both of them. It was.
Oh, they were like sharks going for the kill, dude. That ball was just suspended in midair.
Where was Argentina on that? Because that dude coming off the right hand side was right there. He couldn't have been in a better position, but whatever.
Vargas.
Yeah. Also, like Emi Buendia, who basically almost single-handedly promoted Norwich to.
Yeah.
He's not even in the squad.
Yeah, he was a hot transfer this summer.
Everyone want him.
Everyone wanted. Arsenal wanted him, didn't they? Arsenal. That's where I thought he was going to end up.
Man, Arsenal. Everyone is linked to Arsenal.
Dang.
But no one ever comes. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed to me like a weird squad.
All right.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. To me too. But I'm like, maybe coach got in a fight with some of the players. Maybe Paulo Dybala said something foul. I don't understand it. I don't understand. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
The only thing is Icardi. Icardi also, like, you're not playing Icardi. You're not even pulling him over. But I can understand that due to what happened. But after that, he's still been called up a couple of times. But I get it. I don't know. I've heard rumor that like it's the players that don't want him, and I've also heard that they're like, no, please, like. Obviously, he's amazing. Please bring him in. And it's the coach that just doesn't want that. Yeah. But whatever.
All right. Well, let's move on. We're gonna keep an eye on both of the major tournaments this summer. We'll be right here on the 12th Man Podcast, letting you know the highs, the lows, the winners, and the losers. But from that, it's time to move on to. I guess we're still talking about the tournaments. We were joking about this the other day. So, like, typically, like, the Euros, the World Cup, Copa America, this is when, like, all the kit suppliers put their heads together and they give the teams they represent the best of the best. I think we've already talked about the Argentina jersey. I think it's camouflage. I don't know what it is, but it's a super dope jersey. The Brazil jersey, oh, dude, I love it. Yeah, like, to me, it looks like the kind of like the Bathing Ape design. Yeah. With the stripes, like yeah, dude, I love that Argentina
It's supposed
jersey.
To represent the like the mountains and like the glaciers in the ocean of like Patagonia. So it's supposed to be like,
down south, south tip. Okay, yeah. Got you. Yeah. Well, that design inspiration is a super dope jersey. Like, I mean, and we got our top 10s on the channel, so check those out to see some of our top 10s. But like, I like the Brazil jersey. I don't know if you saw it. It just has like it's almost like a retro jersey for them. Like over in Europe, like France has a super dope jersey. England's away jersey. I say all this to say, pretty much every Adidas jersey or Nike jersey is super dope. And then you look at the Puma jerseys.
So sad.
You watched Italy step out for the first game of the European Championship, and I'm sure everybody was thinking, what is going on?
Their coaches looked good though in that Armani.
Stu was on fire. But the kits, man, it's like everyone got the same kit. They're like, what do you want? You want a white one or you want a black one? We'll get you, if you haven't seen it, we'll show you. You want a white one or you want a black one? And basically, we're just going to write your name on here. Not even really give you the real logo. We're just going to write Italia. Put the little Puma logo on there. Maybe we'll make blue or red, yellow, or red, green, and white. And that's basically it. I mean, for, like, I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Or why the confederations even, like who in the Italian Sports Confederation or Switzerland, or who else got those? I think Austria maybe got them too, or whoever's wearing those. Like, who said, yeah, like this is what we want to wear. Like, we're okay with this.
And like every single team sponsored by Puma has the same one. They're not even trying to hide it. They're just like, yeah.
No, and I think they're gonna roll them out for the clubs in the fall too.
No
like
way.
Man City, like third kit or away kit. White shirt. It's just gonna say City.
So they're feeling them then. Puma's like
Valencia.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, this is it. They're like, this is what we got and this is what we want. So I don't know. To me, it was weird, and I'm just like I understand the idea of like a cookie cutter design using the same template. But typically that template has a little bit more in it besides being like a black or white shirt with the name written across the front. So
because doesn't MLS is a template basically? Like Adidas it makes every kit, but they all look better than that. Like they don't look that bad. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with a template as long as like you give a little like it might be the same template and everyone's getting like a pattern, but like RSL's pattern will be like the mountains from Utah, and New York Red Bulls will be like the pattern of like the Hudson River. So like there's identity associated, but they're just like, nah. You get like black or white as your main color, and we'll give you like some accent colors, and that's it. Just so bad.
Maybe a different font, like we'll use like your Confederations font, like we'll put Italian in the Italian, and then we'll put like Czech in the Czech. I don't know, dude. That's just it baffled me. Like, I don't want to spend too much time, talking down on Puma. It blows my mind. Like, they come off of making like some of the best boots they've made for a long time.
Yeah, they look
of
so
all time.
Good.
And they're selling out in the stores.
Are they really?
And they're like, yeah, dude. I mean, like, at least the Neymar collabs are. But
wow.
Yeah, all those Future Z's that Neymar has, like the Copa ones he just put out, the PSG ones he had, they're the launch colorways. They all sell out, and maybe they put all their senior designers on the boots, and they just had the interns working on the jerseys, or they just last minute they're like, we don't know what to do, we're just gonna throw something together real quick.
Then recycle the last ones you made, just like because these are bad. But I will say you're right. Like, I've never owned a pair of Puma boots, Puma anything, but like these Future Z's out there have me looking like, oh, those look. Did you try them, or you got them?
A couple kids. No, I didn't buy them. I
okay.
tried them. A couple kids on my team have them, and I tried them on, put a few passes. They're comfortable, man. They're a good shoe, and they even look good. But I just stick to what I know, though. Creature habit.
Yes.
Stick to what I know. Stay in those Mercs.
Yeah.
Stay in the Mercs, man.
I did a Tempo once after a Merc, but I like them. Tempo looks good. Tempo looks good.
Yeah.
Comfy, super padded, but Mercurial is still the best.
Yeah, dude. And that's true, dude. I bought a couple. I have a pair of Tempos that I bought last season, and this season I even bought a pair of Phantom Visions. Oh, like the Phantom Visions 2 from last season that Kevin De Bruyne plays in.
What
they're all
white ones?
No, I got like it was like the silver ones with like the red accents on them.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they're super dope with the ghost lacing, and I like the way they play, but I mean, nothing compares to the Merc. Like, I'll play like a half of those and it's cool, but then I put the Mercs back on and it's like, okay, like it's night and day. It's not even. I'll say one more thing, and now this is turning into a boot podcast. Did you see? So Adidas put out a really cool cleat the other day too. It was like a mixture of like their Copas, their Predators, and their Ghost X or whatever. Okay, we'll get a picture, but it's basic.
But...
It's like a Frankenstein shoe. It has like the
Really?
demon skin, and then it's like a low cut. So it has like the demon skin from the Predator, and then it's low cut, and it has like the kangaroo leather from like the Copa. But then it has like the sole plate from the Ghosted X, so it's like super lightweight. It was like I almost ordered a pair because I was like, this shoe looks like the complete package, but I think it sold out really quick because it was like a limited edition and the color was kind of whack.
They did that Messi one too. Messi...
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bro, the one from like 2002.
Yeah, the
like
one
throwback.
Yeah, that they just came out with, like he wore tonight.
Let me
because he went back to he was on Nemesis forever, but he went back to their Speed series.
Well, let me see. So what? I want to make sure we're talking about the same one because I saw that Adidas was giving him another signature shoe, but I also was it like the brownish one?
Yeah, same one that he had. So Barcelona's goal of their like best goal in the history of the club. I think against Getafe, that he was wearing that basically the same colorway. So they were like, so basically they did it with like the Nemesis Messi, whatever that is that he used to wear. And he went back to their Speed silo, which is what the, like the F or whatever, or the X.
Okay. I know exactly.
Is it an F or is it? It was an F, like the F.
It's an X. It's an X. It's an X. Yeah, it's the X50.
Yeah, X50. So they made him a new, basically colorway. They got like his name, his logo on there, and like even I don't know, what looks like the old like Adidas logo that they used in like 08. I have this like on the tongue. Yeah. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Look cool, I guess. I mean, I'm still not an Adidas fan, like. Of the I don't know, like old Predators, but I don't like this. I don't like the stripe on it. Like it looks to me is funny, but
yeah, I get you. Like I like the. I'm looking at it right now. I like the way it looks. Like it's kind of like it looks cool, but it also kind of looks ugly.
Yeah.
Like it's like almost a little bit tacky, but it's also cool. But
when you know the story, it's cool, but upon first sight, you're like, wait, what? But because he was on those, like, when they were doing the F30s, F50s, F70s, like, he was always in those. And then they did that whole, like, I don't know, they did, like, a redo. They brought out X's and Nemesis and all these other ones.
The Aces. Aces.
He went over to that Nemesis round for a while. So I'm glad he's back to that Speed silo.
Yeah. Dude, the Nemesis, that, I feel like, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like Adidas has got it together now. Like, like the speed boots they're putting out now, the new Predators are cool. Yeah. But when they were putting out those Aces and the X's and the Nemesis, like, especially the first version of the Nemesis, those were all garbage, dude.
Trash.
Those shoes were all absolute garbage. And I'm like, how are you guys convincing people to sign to you and wear those? Like, I remember there was a point, like, I think I was in Barcelona. And in the Adidas store, like down on Las Ramblas, they had like the Messi Nemesis there. The kids didn't even want to try them on. They were like the custom ones with like the little M logo. The kids weren't even trying them on. They didn't want them.
Where it said M on like the toe box.
I think it was like
so
like that M like it was like it or yeah. We're gonna do like a collage, dude. I'm gonna put a collage of all the bad Messis, all the bad Messi collabs, dude. You would think the best player in the world, like Adidas, would put some heat, because dude, you would look at like what Nike would do for Ronaldo.
Dude, the ones that they put out with him for the Euro this year is amazing.
Is it the is it black and red?
Is the red one? Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't. Yeah, I vaguely saw it, but yeah. I guess Portugal hasn't played yet either, so I haven't seen a good picture. But okay, cool. Yeah, I saw it on footy headlines vaguely, and I was like, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I thought they looked cool. I'm having a hard time remembering exactly. I just remember, is it like a zigzag pattern?
It kind of, yeah, like you know how back in the Safaris, like in 8 or 9, whatever that was, the Safari had like that kind of like chevron a little bit. They kind of did something similar, like that chevron was very.
I'm looking at him again now. Yeah, I like him.
Man, I like him. And it sucks too because every time like I see a fire, well, every Mercurial is good, but then when you see like a crazy colorway, you're like, oh my gosh, and it's a Ronaldo, it's a Ronaldo colorway. Except for I didn't like the recent black and white ones. Those are kind of plain to me.
Like the Dream Speeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were whack.
Yeah.
Those were whack.
Yeah, I didn't like
but
those.
Dude, I haven't liked any of the. I like the Dream Speed 2s, but every other Dream Speed, dude, I think has been garbage. But
the one like that just came out with is crazy. The more white one, or more like a 2 months ago. I think Mbappe was wearing it. Mbappe. It basically was the. You know that pink Mercurial also that kind of just barely phased out, or might be still the latest one. No, because the greenish one is the So those white ones were cool too, but
it had like a little bit of pink and yellow in it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, I forgot about those ones. They had like the checkered flag. Those were dope.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like there's like the navy blue pair that has like looks like a motherboard etched on the side of it.
Yeah, I don't like
it's hit or miss with the Dream Suite. But
yeah.
Usually, whoa. Oh, never mind. I thought they had the Ronaldos. I was on soccer.com. I thought they had the Ronaldo collab on here already. But, dude, that's a whole nother thing. We aren't even going to get into that. I get so mad. So, yeah, just any Ronaldo that comes out, dude, it's like, unless, like, very rarely do you get to buy them. It's like...
Oh, they sell out that fast? Yeah, actually, they do sell out that fast.
They do, dude. Even, like, so with the Mercurial, like, the release, like, the Dragonfly Mercurials, like, the release colorway, and the Elite trim, I couldn't even get a pair of those this year.
Really?
Like, it's getting out of control, dude. I got on Nike.com the day they came out, and usually... And now we're way into another thing. We're not talking about the game anymore. But usually, like, on the release day, they come out and, like, they'll sell out because there's the hype. But then, like, Nike will usually put out, like, a restock them later.
Yeah.
And then I can get my size. But this year, like, the Dragonfly colorway sold out and never came back. Dang. Now I'm stuck wearing pink cleats.
I love the pink. You have the pink ones that I love, though, I think.
Yeah, they're dope. I like them.
Just recently, right? Like 2 months old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're still new, dude. The finish hasn't worn off yet.
Even with like I just bought a couple of the running shoes like the Next Percents, and those were selling out. Like had I not like put in my email to get them, the size is already gone. I'm like, dude, why do you try to sell it like a running shoe?
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's like to generate hype and to keep it hot, or if there's just like a lack of material and they make what they can and.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
I mean, I do have an inside source that has once told me, well, not once, multiple times said that Nike will pull them, or like they'll just mark the inventory to zero especially if they're not selling well. They'll just be like, oh no, they sold out, and then they're gonna bring them back like a week or two later.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I thought you were gonna say something else because I know if like designer labels, like let's just say like Hermes or like Louis Vuitton, like if they have like a run and whether the run sells out or not, like whenever like, and tell me if I'm wrong, this is what I heard, like when the window is over, they pull it and they burn it. They don't put it on sale. They just burn it.
As to my knowledge, that's not true.
Okay.
Especially like living in New York, there's a Grace and I have like this. It's like our gold mine. And it's so we go shopping at this place, and it's basically previous seasons Gucci and like Louis Vuitton, and so yeah, they definitely don't burn it. They just give it to like the like a Nordstrom Rack type of a store.
Okay.
Because they'll still make money off of it, and you know these fashion houses. I mean, they want money more than.
That's true. It must have just been like a Reddit rumor then or a lie, because I obviously couldn't corroborate. It's not like maybe it's on Twitter something you read and it's like the guy started a rumor to see if it could get back to him.
Yeah, I mean
that's good to know.
Yeah, from like my knowledge in like the fashion world and like what I've dealt with, they don't. But I mean, maybe that was a thing they did, or maybe one brand, like a brand or something, did that. Like maybe. I almost wouldn't put it past like a Supreme or someone to like a Kith Supreme like a collab to be like, burn this. Like we're pulling it out.
Yeah, if it didn't sell out, burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it.
Okay. But I don't know. Yeah, because you can. I mean, you can definitely find like previous season stuff.
Okay, get that. Get last spring's Gucci.
I'm cool with that.
Last summer, yeah, man. It's like they put the same stuff. Actually, I'm not gonna speak on it. I'm not high fashion connoisseur. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. I'm still trying to get my first Damier bag. We'll keep it honest. We'll stay honest here. Yeah, that's truth. All right, man. Well, I think that probably just about does it for this episode.
Is that everything? I mean, wow.
I think, yeah, dude, we kind of blazed through. I think the only other thing we're going to talk about is, I don't know if we had the opportunity to mention the Raheem Sterling kit deal with New Balance. And
what is the deal? Because, I mean, he finally came out on Instagram and was like, I'm with New Balance. But it didn't. He didn't even.
I think.
What you said?
I think they gave him a signature shoe for the Euro.
Okay. Yeah. He didn't even make that deal announcement in time to make it to the commercial, right? Have you seen that New Balance commercial? It's like no. Will Smith's son is in there. Will Smith's son, he has a name.
Jaden. Yeah, I seen the Jaden Smith commercial. Yeah,
and he's like signs a ball. Someone signs a ball to Sadio Mane. Like sends it to him.
Oh, okay.
But Raheem Sterling isn't in that, so I mean, maybe that's just the American version or whatever. But like, I don't know. Maybe he just that a deal was announced too late. But it's a pretty cool commercial, like Our Time or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. I mean, I've seen Jaden Smith on the New Balance commercial. I'll be honest with you, I paid it no mind. Yeah. It would come on and I just walk out there and be like, all right, Jaden, just put out another mixtape, man. I'm not checking for the New Balance.
Well, it's funny because I think that one thing that New Balance did, first of all, years ago, specifically when New Balance was getting into baseball, they bragged that they did not need to market. They're like, we don't need commercials. And think about this. Like, tell me when the last time or when the first time was that you ever saw a New Balance commercial. So they wouldn't make promotions. They wouldn't do commercials. They wouldn't do ads because they're like, our shoes speak for themselves. Like, they're so good that we don't need ads. Now suddenly, there's a lot of like New Balance ads and New Balance promotions, specifically with like soccer and kind of streetwear now too. And so the cool thing with that New Balance commercial, I thought, was that they integrated Jaden Smith's like passion, which is that clean water for everyone, his boxed water company. So if you notice, like he's loading something into a truck in that commercial and like slaps the back of it so they know it's ready, but it's carrying boxes of his water. So I thought it was cool that they integrated like his business into their ad.
Yeah. All right, now I feel like I gotta go watch the commercial as soon as we hop off. Yeah, man, because I seen him and I was like, oh, all right, Jaden. And I just walked out the room. Didn't even know Sadio Mane was involved in it at all.
Yeah, they just it's a little. But would you take this is, I guess, I don't want to keep this thing longer, but this just reminded me because now Roma signed to New Balance. Would you prefer your team to be on Puma or New Balance?
You want me to be honest with you? NB, New Balance all day.
Really?
All day, man. Here's the thing. This is what I'll say. Like, coming from, like, streetwear and, like, staying the sneakers, there's a bunch of New Balance sneakers that I would wear. Tons of them.
Specifically like, collabs, too, right now. Saleh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they got collabs, and then just like even like some of their basic shoes, like like their 900 series, their 500 series, like all those types of shoes. So like I feel like for me, like when I wear if I wore a New Balance jersey, I would want to wear New Balance shoes.
Totally.
You probably still wouldn't catch me in a pair of Pumas. Like if Chelsea signed with Puma next season,
what's up with that? What would you be doing?
I'm living off of the backstock, dude. I'm wearing all the Nike jerseys from the seasons prior. I got a couple blanks I keep in the arsenal just in case.
You probably still got tags on.
Oh yeah, tags still on them, man. I should start taking the tags off, but yeah, definitely. What about you? But for me, 100% New Balance. Like New Balance is a brand that I would wear. Like even like I might go out and buy a pair of New Balance and wear them for like a few weeks this summer, just because I think some of them are cool. But I would never buy a pair of Pumas.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. In the streetwear game specifically, like New Balance, even when I was younger, like California had a big New Balance wave when I was in probably just getting into high school, like 8th, 9th grade. But even now it's even bigger. Like the streetwear world loves New Balance. Like Ronnie Flag loves New Balance. Kith has a whole bunch of New
Oh,
Balance,
yeah.
you know. So that's really cool, and so I think that it helps keep them relevant in like the soccer world. But yeah, I'm the same way. Like I would probably buy a pair of New Balance, maybe even like the Steve Jobs New Balance before I would buy any Pumas.
Yeah, some 991s or 992 Steve Jobs with exactly.
And it's like Puma's trying it, but they're really only, to be honest, like they're only good in currently, like recently. It's been a recent thing with like super dope like soccer cleats, and it's like since like the Futures came out. They had I don't know, Bakary Sagna was wearing them for Arsenal. They had some like one-offs that were like pretty cool when he was on Puma. But even with like the racing world, you know, they sponsor some of the top racing teams, and specifically Lewis Hamilton. But it's almost like they just not my thing.
Yeah, it's like it's just not. I mean, I'll say this: they put out a jersey for Dortmund this season.
Okay, yeah,
like their fourth kit. Yeah, so like there's certain things like if I could have bought that jersey, I would have bought a pair of like Puma suedes, and I would have wore them to death with that jersey. But
just like the OGs.
But like, it's like it's basically just it looks like a just like a canvas
like a gazelle.
Shoe. Look, yeah, basically a gazelle with that the brother ripped. I don't know which brother ripped it. If it was which brother ripped who off, but yeah, it's a gazelle.
But
the suede is a gazelle.
I think they have like a teeny tiny market in like the streetwear world, but it's only with like those those.
Yeah, like my old barber, like he used to like there were some Clydes, he would wear some suedes.
Oh yeah.
Like and Puma does do some dope collabs too. Like I know there's a few that you admire, and you might have mentioned them in this segment, but just overall, like the hierarchy, like I'll just tell you what my top 5 hierarchy would be. Like if I was like looking for a kit sponsor, like my first choice, obviously the check, Nike, right? Check. Okay. After Nike, if I'm being honest, I'd go Adidas.
Right.
Then, like, if I'm being honest, like, after that, it's like New Balance, then Umbro. If I'm being honest, Umbro.
Okay.
Then maybe, like, there's a few other brands that I think are cool that, like, don't have any, like, real deals. Like, the French brand, like, Lecoq. Or however you say it, you know what I'm talking about? The little rooster. I think that brand is cool. Like, they sponsored a couple Knicks players back in the day. I'd go with them. And, like, way at the bottom for me would be, like, Puma. And then under Puma would be Under Armour. And I don't know how Puma's, like, convinced everyone. But, yeah, Under Armour, like, I would just say, you know what? We're just going to go to the store. And we're going to buy our own.
Yeah, well, Roma actually did that.
Yeah,
they like made their own jerseys for this like 1 or 2 seasons. Chad would know, but they had Nike, and then they were like away, or they went to Kappa, which I think not Kappa like for like a specifically soccer company. Like I think Kappa would be cool.
Yeah, I think Kappa's dope.
But like Napoli signed with Armani.
That's dope.
Napoli signed with Armani, and then that other like Genoa or somewhere up there signed with like you said Stone Island. So. I think we talked about this like just via text. Like it's only a matter of time until these high fashion brands come for the soccer clubs because of I just think they have such a big like soccer players in general, and the people that follow soccer really do like high fashion, and I think that it's only a matter of time until like some of these bigger could you imagine like a Chanel or Dior like PSG collab?
I was thinking Louis. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Anything. I mean, you got Damier on there.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't. Oh, that'd be nuts, dude. A Damier PSG kit.
You just gotta think like that would be so, and that would be like an entry. I don't know what they would charge. You'd think it would just be typical jersey prices. Like that's an entry for people into like the Louis Vuitton that can't like afford it or like they want it but it's expensive. Like that's an entry piece for a lot of people.
Yeah, dude, they should do. Well, let me think. Okay, I feel like we're getting way off base here, but because like
this if we need to, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, but I think because like Louis does collabs with a bunch of people, like they do. Go.
Yeah, no, they do, and they also do every World Cup. Remember though the luggage they make every World Cup they make new luggage, and luggage tags. Like the 2018 World Cup, I think it was 18, maybe it's 14. They made all their bags were like just basic like 5 panels, and it was a soccer ball, and it was a color for like French team or the Argentina team, or it was really, really, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and you could then like monogram it with like ARG or FRA.
Okay.
They made a soccer ball bag in the typical like LV monogram that just literally held a soccer ball and had a strap on it like a purse. So Louis is very much into soccer, and even like these big watch companies like Patek Philippe, they in a long time, we're getting way off topic, it's my fault, but like a long time ago they made a watch that one of the Patek and Philippe are two different dudes. I can't remember if it was Patek or Philippe, who loved soccer so much that when they started, he made a chronograph that had a 90-minute reader on it. So you knew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so they relaunched that, and they did. I'm sorry, it was AP. And so they relaunched that, and it was they kind of brought that back for one of their like relaunches. Yeah, so the AP was cool, but yeah, I mean, I'm just like the world loves soccer, and the places that soccer is the biggest, aside from South America, obviously, are these European countries that have already a foothold in these like luxury areas. And that's something too, like we were watching last night's game, Ecuador and Colombia, and I'm just like, Grace and I are like, dude, like having watched the Euros all morning and then the Copa America tonight, like the discrepancy between, I guess it's money, but like there's a visible difference between the production value and like the stadium venues, and I think, I don't know, visually looking at the game and like listening to even the announcers at Copa America are extremely bad when you compare it to like what the Euros have going for them. And I don't know how I got onto that subject. We can absolutely cut all this, but like the money, like even like tonight in tonight's game, like it's just like everything looks so bad compared to like what the Europeans have going on for them in like the Euros versus like Copa America. Money and politics.
It's money, yeah, that's all it is. It's just a little money, a little bit of politics. Balenciaga also put out some cleats last year.
Did they really? I heard that they did I thought I saw a Balenciaga PSG shirt, and I can never tell when those come out, like if that's fake or real.
Nah, bro, I don't know about the shirt. I bet it's real, but they put out like 4 different cleats that basically just look like the Adidas Copas with no branding. Just TPU bolded cleat, standard leather, elastic strap to hold the tongue down. They're all monochrome, so they had like a red one, a black one, a blue one, I think a lime green one.
Oh, I did see those. It literally looked like a Johan Cruyff shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not too far-fetched.
I don't think it's far from happening either,
Yeah.
Because like Man City, they have to wear D squared on their like warm up. Like they signed a deal with D squared for a while ago.
Well, I didn't know that, but I believe it. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, and then like the watch companies, they sponsor like these big brands. They sponsor
Hoyer with EPM.
A lot of yeah. So it's like it's only a matter of time before like like we're tired of being on the ad board. Like let's go ahead and make this kit for you.
That'd be amazing.
Let's go ahead and make this kit. Like, yeah. Then everyone gets to wear designer.
Yeah.
It's like you get the kit for $90 and they're like, yo, but if you want like the pants, they're $400.
They would too.
And you want the bag? Out. That's $12. They would sell out.
They would sell out.
Now
we on StockX for like 10 times the price too.
Oh yeah, dude. And that's the thing. I mean, I don't know where like these cleats. I think the cleats sold they were like $800. It's like people would buy them for hype, or they would buy them just because it's dope. It's like if PSG put out an LV or a Chanel jersey, and I've seen like mock-ups that are kind of like corny to be honest, but like they would do it right, and it's like everybody would want it.
That there's some like intern or designer at Louis right now who loves like PSG so much. He's probably there like already. He's got sketches. He or she or they have sketches that they've been working on for, they just pull them out. Like I got this one. I got this one. They're ready for soccer.
Well, dude. Yeah. Well, here's another thing. So think about this. What's his bucket? Virgil.
Van Dijk.
No, Off-White.
Virgil.
Alblo.
Okay.
What fashion house does he work for?
Louis
Is he
and Off-White.
Yeah. So anyway, like remember, They did the Off-White cleats, the mercurials.
You're right.
And the jersey, and the French boy.
Yeah,
Mbappe was like the face
all
of it.
Over it.
Dude, I tried to get that. I tried to get the cleats and the jersey. Gone.
I even would have taken those Joe Hart gloves.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm like, wait, you made them for Joe Hart? This dude like
shout out to Joe Hart, man. He's so bad. That's crazy.
But somehow still has.
He might have was he in Rome at the time, dude? He had to have been in Rome. That's why. He was in the fashion houses velcro deals for himself.
Okay, that's funny. That's real funny. Yeah, those were good. I love those. I remember first seeing them, like, whoa, what is he wearing? Those are amazing. That orange was one of my favorite mercurials.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore. It makes me sad. I got that year. Nothing went right for me that year in terms of those. Like I couldn't get them. I couldn't even get the regular ones in my size, dude. I had to get them a half size too small, and I wore them for like 2 games, and they were done.
And then you see what?
No, and I was like, and then they did the restock, but at that point, like it was like 2 months later, and like I had already destroyed them. But were you gonna say these players?
I was just saying that, like, you know, even they made the Off-White like just regular sneakers for working out or whatever. And like see Icardi, you see Mbappe, like they're in the weight room, just training in these sneakers that people would be killing.
Squatting. Yep.
So crazy how they could just get that stuff.
Yeah, just one call. They're like, "How many pairs you need?" It's like, "Yo, send me 3." Out there on the exercise bike.
Yeah,
laces untied. You know, walking up and down the French streets. Cardi thinks he's fly.
Yeah, he does.
Judge Mauro Cardi. Right. He is fly though.
The Gaucho. He's been channeling his inner Gaucho the last few months. Got the hat, wearing the pants, jumping on those horses.
Cardi.
Edison Cavani, the true Gaucho. He's always been into the horses.
And he looks like it too. The hair, the little goatee beard situation.
Man, I tried to do that conquistador one time or the other, and it's just I couldn't pull it off like he can.
It didn't work out. Okay. Yeah. It didn't work out. Let's get some pictures of that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, I think we got everything we need for this week's episode. We should probably call it. But thank you everybody for sticking with us. You know, extra long episode because we took an absence of leave last week. But now we're back, and we'll catch you next week. Same place, same time. This is the 12th Man Podcast.